Good morning, vinyl community. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to my channel. It's Phil from Destination Vinyl. Thank you to those few new subscribers I just picked up this last week. Thank you very much. And I want to say a big shout out to Rod Herbert, the Happy Hippie Vinyl Guy. Congratulations on winning Robert Z's lottery. I see you've received my record I sent you. I hope you enjoy it. What I'm going to do here is a vinyl update. This is I got a few to go here. This is about 21 records. I haven't done this in a while. There's about 21 albums I've picked up in the last, I'd say month or so, I think. Like I said, I haven't been doing videos for a little bit here. I'm home on long-term disability for who knows how long. And so I've had nothing much to do but play and listen and a bit of shopping. Okay, so the first one I'll get right into this. There's so many. The first one, I didn't even know this existed. I was in my local Red Rum, and some of these date back about a month. So I was in my local Red Rum 2-3 weeks ago, and I was just looking through new arrivals, and I found this Whitesnake, the Rock album. This is a double album, all their harder songs, I guess, and this is really cool. I didn't even know this existed, like I said, but this is on white vinyl. I didn't even know this album was out there. And it's got the lyric sheet with it. So that was really cool. And I understand they got one blue and red as well, I think, but I just love the cover on that with the snake. There's the back. And really cool gatefold as well. Lots of reading material to go through when I'm listening to it. I think I'm going to spin that one first, because that one, I love Whitesnake, and I really wasn't expecting to find that, because I didn't know about it. And these ones date back about a month. I have a friend, Bob, who owns and runs Crazy Bob's Music Emporium in Langley, which is about 20 minutes from me. And I go into a shop and volunteer, because I'm on disability, I can't earn any money, so I just go in and volunteer. I go in and help him reorganize the store and alphabetize things, and just clean up and flatten boxes, that sort of thing, just to kill some time and spend some time with some people. In lieu of earning money, he says, "Oh, just go pick out, 6-7 albums out of my stock, and we'll just call it a day." So I did, and I got a couple here by Canadian hard rock group, Tease, and this is One Night Stands, that cover. I'm just getting into these guys, and this is a live album. I think this is a live album. Anyway, I'll find out when I play it. And there's this one. Oh, this is the live album. I'm sorry, Tour of Japan. This is the live album. And the back. None of these are gatefold, so there's nothing really interesting to show. Actually, the other album is gatefold. I'm not going to unwrap it. And then I got this one, Body Shots. And this must be an older one. I'm not really fond of albums that list all the song tracks on the front. That's just like a throwback to the early 60s. I really prefer some artwork. This one I picked up by mistake. This was lumped in between all the Tease records, and someone put it in there out of order. I hadn't got to reorganizing this section yet in my job, but this was Tears, and it turns out this is some sort of Swedish rock group. I haven't listened to this yet, but I'm going to. It sounds, I think they're Swedish. I'm not really sure. I'll have to have a look at that. I looked it up when I got home and said, "What the hell is it?" And I think they're Swedish. I also picked up Triumph Surveillance. This is another Triumph album I haven't got. That cover. I'm hoping to find a copy of Allied Forces. The box set that came out on Record Store Day 1, the first drop, was just way too expensive. They wanted over $100 for this thing in Canada. And there were limited quantities of it, and by the time I did get to the store to even have a look at it, they were gone. Record Store Day really didn't fly for me at all this year. I got nothing. I got completely shut out. Went to Sunrise, and there's 3 Red Rums within an hour's drive of here, and not one of them had the albums I was looking for. And it seems like the main one I wanted, the Cat Stevens album, the songs from Harold and Maude, the movie. Um, I didn't see that listed anywhere in Canada. So I don't think that got released up here. If it did, it didn't go to the stores I deal with. Getting back to this, a friend of mine, his mother passed away about a year ago, and he's just clearing out the estate and clearing out the house so he can sell her house. And he found in the basement a couple of albums, and I picked up one of them. Most of them were trash; they were pretty roached, but I did pick up a decent copy of Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. I have their greatest hits. I don't have this album. This album itself is almost the greatest hits. Bridge Over Troubled Water, El Condor Pass to Cecilia, Keep the Customer Satisfied, The Boxer. I mean, this is just an incredible album. I can't wait for them to play that one. And then, let's see. About another week ago, I was in the Red Room again, just asking if they can let me know what they're getting for Record Store Day and what their hours are going to be, and if they expect a lineup and all that. And I'm just flipping through new arrivals, and I came up with this. Canadian band Tragically Hip. This is Saskadelphia, and this is all songs that were recorded for the Trouble in the Hen House album sessions that didn't make the cut. So since then, Gordon Downey has passed, and they just released this posthumously. Great to hear his voice again. This is like an EP. It's only 6 songs. But I'm really looking forward to playing that. I love the hip. And then I was in there, the same day, I picked this out of their As Is bin, copy of Ozzy Bark at the Moon, and it said, I always check these things, and it said, unloved or visible defects. Open it up, and I don't know if you can see, but side A is perfect. It doesn't look like it's ever been played. But you get to side B, and you can see just in there, you can see some modeling on there. It's almost like it's, been run over a gravel road. And I thought, what the hell is this thing doing here? This thing looks completely hooped. I took out my Glenn's cleaning cloth with me, and I asked the lady at the counter for a little bit of cleaner. She had an open bottle, which she did. And I tried to clean it up. It wouldn't come off. And I'm running my finger gently over this, thinking this is not going to play. And I asked her if she could please put this on her table she has in the store to play it, just that one side, and see if it plays. And it plays perfectly. I don't know what that stuff is. It won't come off, but I'm really glad to have that. I didn't have it in my collection. And I'm shocked it played, and so was she. But she said, yeah, I'll give you another few bucks off it, because it really doesn't look like it's roached. But there you go. You can never tell. Excuse me. And I got a couple from another Canadian hard rock band here. This is Kick-Axe, and this is Welcome to the Club. And that cover, one of these 80s hair metal bands. That's from 85. And I also got Kick-Axe Rock the World. That's a great cover. And that cover, these guys are real hard rock guys. I don't know if they made it down in the States or not. I'd be interested to know if someone could leave me a comment. We always wonder up here how our bands are perceived down in the States. There's so much going on down there, do we really need our Canadian bands? But I know there are certain bands that have made the cut down there. I don't know if they're one of them or not. And I was in there on Friday, helping Bob out again, just this past Friday. And he had bought a box of albums at an auction recently, and he just had priced it out and put it out on display. It wasn't even in new arrivals, it was just on his counter. And I said, ooh, what's this? And I'm going through the box looking at it. He says, well, you shouldn't really go through that. I haven't put it out for sale yet. And I says, you bought these albums in here to sell, right? And he says, yeah, well, I'm a buyer, right? So I buy a ton of records from him. He says, oh yeah, just go through it. I'm going to sell them to someone. It might as well be you. So I went through it, and I found some Rat albums that I haven't seen before. I know these guys get kind of a bad rap on the BC, but I like them. They got a good sound. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of Round and Round, but their deeper catalog is pretty damn good. And this is Dancing Undercover. And I'm not fond of album covers that show the whole band name. I'd rather see I'd rather see artwork, or rather show the members in the band rather. I'd rather see the artwork. But that's okay, every band does it. And this is their debut, Rat. And the back. That's where the band photos belong, on the back. So I'm really looking forward to playing that. And let's see. He had a ton of metal in this box. He had just a ton of stuff. And all these ones, the Rat albums are mint condition, absolutely spotless. I don't know if they were ever played. They've obviously been opened, none of them are in shrink, but I don't think they've ever been played. They're absolutely mint condition, not a crease, not a mark anywhere. And this is Dokken, Back for the Attack. The back cover. And another Dokken album, Under Lock and Key. I got 3 Dokken albums. And I actually have the cover for this one before, but when I bought it, I didn't open it and check it. The cardinal sin, always open and check it, make sure the record's in good shape and that it's actually what it says it is. And when I opened the album and looked at it, it had a different Dokken album in it. So I got a Dokken album with no cover, and a cover with no album, so I had to go buy both of them. So that was Back for the Attack and Under Lock and Key. Now I've got both of them matching, and I can give my other ones mismatching to my buddy Paul, because he loves these guys, and he doesn't have those two. He won't mind not having a cover for one and not having the album for the other. Dokken, again, Breaking the Chains. Another one I didn't expect to find. You don't see, at least where we are anyway, you don't see metal and really hard rock albums come up very often. The people who collect these things, collect them and keep them, they don't very often come into the store. So anytime I find these, it's like, damn the cost, I gotta buy them, I gotta have them. If I come back tomorrow, they won't be here, because he's gonna put them out on display, and they'll be gone. And I'll be kicking my butt. And he had a whole bunch of Dio albums. I didn't have any Dio in my collection. Sacred Heart. Back cover. Really glad to have these. And Dream Evil. I know this album, I've listened to it online. That cover, so I'm really glad to have that. He didn't have Holy Diver, and he did have, but these ones I got from my buddy Paul. He's out of town and asked me, he says, I phoned him and said, hey, they got Dio albums, and he says, yeah, snag me this, this, and this if they got it. So they had Intermission, which is a live album, and The Last in Line. And he says, yeah, if they got those two, just get them for me. I said, yeah, okay, no problem. I don't have these yet myself, but like I said, those are for my buddy. I phoned him as soon as I saw them. I can't really renege and say, hey, you know what, I changed my mind, I want to keep them. I also got for me, he's a huge Golden Earring fan. I love Cut and I love Moontan. Everybody does, that's the two big ones. Other than that, their catalog doesn't really interest me, but they had this in his, just arrived, and this is a 1977 Golden Earring Live. It is basically the Moontan album. It's almost got every song from Moontan on here. And that is a double album. Oh, it's a gatefold. I didn't even take it out and look at it because it's not for me. Oh yeah, pretty cool gatefold. Band Live. So that's my buddy. He's out of town. The province is burning up. We have a whole ton of wildfires up in the interior, and he's up there helping his brother, or pardon me, his sister and brother-in-law pack, because they're under evacuation notice, so they gotta maybe clear out. Really scary what's going on up there, just millions of acres burning up. And one last one. Jeez, I didn't think I'd go through 21 this quick. Last one I picked up in his dollar bin. Canadian band Max Webster, A Million Vacations. Probably familiar to a lot of you in the US, this band. They were from Toronto. Kim Mitchell was the lead singer and guitarist, and he went on to do great solo things. That's one of his better albums. And Bob was also clearing out t-shirts, and he says, hey Phil, for your help, you want to have a t-shirt? And I said, sure, and he threw this AC/DC shirt at me. And he said, you fit large, right? And I said, sure, I'll make it fit. And that's where I got the Rush shirt from as well, with him wearing their first album cover. So that is it for this one. I burned through that pretty quick. Hope I wasn't talking too fast for everybody. But I'm going to go back and play this to make sure. If I think I'm rambling on or spitting this out too fast to follow, I'll go back and redo it. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support, and I'll look forward to some comments down below, and I'll do another video maybe this afternoon. I got a couple of ideas on the go, if not maybe tomorrow. Take care. Be good to each other.